Hey guys, welcome to this video. I bought cheap but strong motors with neodymium magnets. I bought them because I want to try how they will change behavior on my replicas. So I've got here point ultra torque motor and Arcturus 21T motor. These are high torque motors because I wanted to improve my trigger response. As you can see, they are pretty strong. Arcturus motor has pretty strong magnets. Point motor also has very strong magnet. But for example, this SPECNA ARMS advanced motor doesn't have so strong magnets. Point ultra torque motor has also very strong magnets. I would say the same as the Arcturus. For testing we will be using my ARMORY ALPHA series Mark 18. Yeah, we will be chronoing it. And now I'm pulling out the original ARMORY motor. You can see this ARMORY motor has really weak magnets. I would say the same as the SPECNA ARMS advanced motor. My first idea to change motor came because this motor, it is really energy ineffective. Like it can drain full 11.1 volt lipo with 1100 milliamperes in 600 shot, although this motor has nice RPM around 1200. Arcturus 21T motor, pretty strong magnets, point ultra torque, really strong magnets, same as Arcturus, like neodymium magnets inside. You can see how strong these magnets are. Base performance of my ARMORY ALPHA Mark 18, completely stock, without any touch, without anything, how it came out of box. Now I have reshimmed and maintained the gearbox, and with same motor it's much better situation right now. So we can see just with good shimming and some good lubrication you can get RPM boost. You can see immediately we gained around 50 or 60 RPM, what is really good in my opinion. Now we will try the SPECNA ARMS advanced motor. I want to say that this gearbox is not shimmed for these motors. The RPM are different, like 100 RPM lower than previously. Now we will try Arcturus 21T. So you can see the RPM went lower. I think it's because the stock motor is low TPA, maybe 12 or 14, and this Arcturus is 21 TPA, so it has much more torque but lower speed. Now we will try point ultra torque motor. It is 16 TPA motor, even though the gearbox isn't shimmed for this motor, but you can see the RPM are pretty decent and the trigger response is definitely better. I can feel it immediately. Now we will check the trigger response. With stock ARMORY motor, I can't say it's horrible or it's bad, but main reason for changing this motor is inefficiency of the motor, like it drains the battery really much. The SPECNA ARMS advanced motor, I would say it's same feeling as the stock motor. With these weak motors, it can happen when trying to shoot fast on the semi, you can stall the motor. Like it will stop in some position in which it will not be able to start again. Now we are trying Arcturus 21T. Immediately I feel the trigger response is much better and the replica reacts to the trigger immediately. It's much better than the original motor, although the original motor wasn't horrible neither. So now I will try to shoot fast and see if I can stall the motor. This motor behaves really good, and I think it's worth for upgrade to this motor, even though it's cheap neodymium motor. It's interesting to see how consistent the replica with this motor is. Now we will try the point ultra torque motor. Yeah, I can feel the improvement, like the trigger response is much better than the stock motor, and even though I'm trying to stall it or give it some trouble, it reacts really good. With 16 TPA motor you haven't lost the RPM and trigger response is much better than the stock motor. For the price, Arcturus motor and also point ultra torque motor are definitely improvement compared to the stock motor. Also, you can see the consistency of the replica is really good in my opinion. Now I will try to confirm my results in the next replica. Now I will try to compare the stock SPECNA ARMS Advanced motor to the Arcturus 21T. Now we will try to confirm the feeling that the Arcturus provides better trigger response. This is stock SPECNA ARMS Advanced motor. You can hear it's not horrible, but you can feel like there is plenty of space for improvement. Now you can see the Arcturus motor, and also in this replica the Arcturus motor is doing much better than the stock motor. And I must say, like, the motor is really tight in this gearbox and it definitely needs reshimming, like it's really pressed there hard, so it will be much better with proper shimming. But even though with this bad shimming for this motor, like, it has much better trigger response than the stock motor, and it has nearly the same RPM as the stock motor. So definitely this motor is also an improvement for your replica, at least in the terms of trigger response.